Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think many Kenyans don't look at Rigathi Gachagua as a presidential material? Because if you go across the nation and ask people, is Rigathi Gachagua a presidential material? Many people will tell you that Rigathi Gachagua cannot make a good president, but he is a person who can make somebody to be the president of this republic. That means he is a king maker, but he himself can never be the king. Why are people seeing Rigathi Gachagua from that kind of perspective? That is actually what I want us to have a critical analysis about, so that at least we can know why are people saying that Rigathi Gachagua cannot make a good president. But before we dive in and try to dissect all that, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it is good to encourage them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And also, whenever you subscribe to our YouTube channel, always make sure to hit the notification bell, because by doing that, it means you have given YouTube permission so that you can get notified to watch any political content that we upload into YouTube. Having said that, now let me dive into the really political analysis. Why many people don't see Rigathi Gachagua as a person who can be the president of this nation. So people perceive that Rigathi Gachagua is not a presidential material. Why is this like so? Because if you look at the opposition side, which is actually led by Rigathi Gachagua, Rigathi Gachagua seems to be the strongest person among them all. But when it comes to the position of presidency, many people will actually say that Rigathi Gachagua is not a presidential material. And they see Rigathi Gachagua as a person within the Wamunyoro group who can make other political leaders to become presidents of this nation. For example, many political analysts say that if Rigathi Gachagua could fall behind Fred Okengo Matiang'i and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka and pack them unconditionally, then these two will have the best chance to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. But if Rigathi Gachagua will himself learn against William Samoei Arap Ruto, many people feel that they will vote in William Samoei Arap Ruto very early in the morning. And that means that Rigathi Gachagua is not better than William Samoei Arap Ruto. And that is why many people feel that it is better William Samoei Ruto to remain being the president of this republic, other than Rigathi Gachagua coming in as the president of this republic. And from those different scenarios, that is why many Kenyans feel that Rigathi Gachagua is not a presidential material. He is a king maker. Because people see him as a person who holds the votes of the entire Mount Kenya, which is equivalent to 4 to 5 million votes. But if he could go against William Samoei Ruto, then all other regions in the Republic, they will vote in William Samoei Arap Ruto. And 4 million will not actually make Rigathi Gachagua to be the president of this republic. But if those 4 million votes will be behind probably Fred Okengo Matiang'i and then being aided by Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, then he will be the person who could unseat President William Samoei Ruto. And that means Fred Okengo Matiang'i and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka are actually being seen by the Kenyans as presidential materials. Why are Kenyans looking at Rigathi in such kind of perspective? The first thing is because Rigathi Gachagua is actually being perceived as a tribalistic person, as a person who carry the aspirations of only Mount Kenya and who doesn't take care of other tribes in this republic. And that is why in very many forums that Rigathi Gachagua has been interviewed, he is always seen as a person who is championing the interest of the people of Mount Kenya. And he always says that he is there to represent Mount Kenya as a region. But if you look at Fred Okengo Matiang'i, he's a person who is perceived to be a presidential material because he is a person who encourages the people of this nation that he can fix the nation. He can make the nation to be a good place to be for all Kenyans. So Fred Okengo Matiang'i, actually when he comes up, you don't see as if he is there to represent the people from Gusii region, but he is there at the national level to represent the people of this republic. And that's why he is being seen as a presidential material. And at the same time, the second thing which makes Rigathi Gachagua not to be seen as a presidential material is because he doesn't actually carry that weight, that aspirations of the people of this nation, but he carries the interest of Mount Kenya people alone. And that is why many people could say Rigathi Gachagua is not actually a presidential material. You have been seeing when Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga goes for the presidency, many people perceive that he is a presidential material. The only thing is that he has not been given a chance to lead this nation. Because at the national level, Raila Amolo Odinga will always be championing for the rights of all the Kenyans, not for the rights of the people of Kisumu. When Raila Amolo Odinga speaks at the national podium, he could say that the people of this nation should actually receive development equally across the nation. And therefore, people see Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga as a presidential material, a person who can be the president of this republic. But when it comes to Rigathi, he is not being seen from that kind of perspective. So Rigathi is seen as a tribalistic person, as a person who doesn't carry the national aspiration. And because of that kind of perspective, people say Rigathi Gachagua is not a presidential material because It doesn't champion the objective, the goals, the vision of Kenya as a nation, but he is always being seen to fight for the objectives, for the vision of the people of Mount Kenya. And at the same time, I feel Kenyans are tired of having a president coming again from Mount Kenya because people feel that we have better candidates from other regions of this republic, and those candidates can make good presidents of this nation, and what they only need is to be given a chance. So because people are not ready for the president coming from Mount Kenya again, I think also that has made people to start saying that Rigiji is not a presidential material. I really don't know what you are saying. Why do you think people are saying that Rigathi Gachagua is not a presidential material? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video to your friends. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly, because you always give us the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you, and may God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political discussion. Goodbye.